Okay, we're for reals. We're for reals this time. Hello. Hi. Welcome back to my little YouTube channel, my little corner of the internet. Thank you for being here. So last year I made it a goal to start making more YouTube videos, and I still don't really know what exactly is my vibe and what exactly it is I'm trying to communicate. It feels like it changes like from one video to the next, even though I started off with doing the artist way and like trying to stick to that theme. I definitely didn't follow through with like every single chapter. I think there are 12. I just did like maybe four or five. But I did finish the artist way, and that was like really big for me. And then I kind of like let it dwindle away. I still wrote my morning pages like every few days or so, and I kept that up until the end of last year. And here is my second artist way morning page book, which is now unofficially finished. And I want to go over some of my final pages, mostly because I am trying out this thing where at the beginning of each month I set out a little bingo sheet. And what that looks like is saying all the different like little tasks and chores and like personal goals I want to go through throughout the month. I feel like I'm someone who struggles with actually doing things that I say or like think about wanting to do, and they just kind of go leave my brain and then don't come into fruition. And so this is my way of trying to combat that, whatever word for that would be. So I will show you a little bit about my January bingo. Check this out. Here she is. Pretty cool, pretty fun. Stylistically, not the most amazing experience or design, but hey, it's something that I'm working on. So I just wanted to walk through a little bit of those and like what that process was like. I actually wrote this little January bingo when I was on a plane from Ontario to here. It was a really good distraction as someone who has flight anxiety to have like something to focus on, like what I want to accomplish that month. So I highly recommend doing this whenever you are really like tuned in and need a distraction. And once I like started listing things I wanted to do, they just like kept flowing. So on some of the some of the boxes that I've written out were things that I already kind of done like a few days into January, which was visit Ontario friends and family, and apply to MFAs, Master of Fine Arts. So fun fact, I applied to two MFAs this year, one at University of Montana and one at University of British Columbia. I did it super last minute. I did it with like portfolio that I'm not super proud of. I can't believe I even clicked submit on those applications, honestly, but hey, it was mostly just to say that I am doing something to like advance myself and advance what it is I want to do with my like creative writing and artistic life. Whether I get in or not, it was more so like I was making a statement about myself that I really value this part of me. So that's kind of how I took it. So I started off writing the journal with things I had already like accomplished, which felt really good because those were things that I had accomplished. I knew I could like check them off already. And like once you actually have a goal and you see progress being made, you want to like keep going with that goal. Like progress really is inspiration. So that was inspiration to keep going with the rest of my goals, which were, for example, start a gym membership and go twice per week. We ended up going 3 times per week, and we're having a lot of fun. I had a goal of finishing this journal and also finishing the gratitude journal, or getting close to finishing it, which I am a little bit closer. I had a goal of going to a pottery class, which I did. It was really fun. It was during a very unfortunate day, January 20th, 2025. We don't want to talk about that, but I did enjoy having a little bit of kind of artistic practice to focus on that day instead of other things going on in the world. I had a goal of putting $300 in savings. Did it, nailed that one. I wanted to learn one new skateboard trick at the park, and I did learn how to do this kind of nerdy language for those that are non-skateboarders. But this, I did learn how to do this trick called rock and roll, which is when you're going up like a ramp, and then you switch kind of like sides when you're already up. It's really fun. It's kind of scary, and I learned how to do it, so that's really exciting. I went on a 12-minute cold dip. So if you remember the beginning of me starting my YouTube journey like a year ago, I would like freak out doing any kind of time in the water. So now I can do like over 12 minutes. In fact, I think that day we did 25 or like 22 minutes. So really successful at the cold dips these days. That's what living in, I guess, Pacific Northwest can do for you. I had the goal to submit to a photo literary magazine. I did that. I think I submitted to a couple, like more indie lit magazines. So that's really good. I'm going to keep that goal for February as well. I had a goal to get a haircut, and well, look at this dazzling, dapper dad over here. Like, it's beautiful. I love it. It looks messy right now because I need to put gel in it, but I really, really enjoy my haircut, and I'm feeling like more like myself than ever before. So that's really exciting. I had a goal to host a queer bird club, which is something I started here in where I live, where I call home. And there are queer bird clubs popping up like all over the world, which is really, really exciting to be a part of that and like be leading that in my community. I needed to renew a couple of things like driver's licenses, etc., just some like adult stuff. Go ice skating. That was really fun. I did go ice skating at the local community gym and had a really great time doing that. So now that I talked about those things that I did do, there's also a couple things that I didn't do. There's some things on here that don't have stickers, you'll notice. Things that I didn't do that I planned on doing were like going for 4 runs at least, so like once per week. And I canceled it. That wish got canceled. And that's because I've realized that running doesn't give me like nearly the amount of joy that going to the gym gives me or going to the skate park. And now I have this goal of going to the gym 3 times a week and going to the skate park like at least 2 to 3 times a week, hopefully 3. And so now I realize that running like doesn't really have a role in that because running is such a high impact sport that my knees will like hurt too bad if I'm running, going to the gym and skateboarding. So I've just like readjusted and realigned that goal for February, and I don't feel like disappointed in myself at all because I just realized that it wasn't serving me anymore. I did. Another thing I finished a really good book. It's called Orbital. Highly recommend. That was really, really awesome. I had the other goal of reading another book, so like 2 books in the month of January, but I started a Tech Not Fun book. I think it's outside. I haven't finished it, but maybe I'll finish it tonight and then I will be able to check that off. But if I don't, then it's another failed goal, and that's okay because look at all these stickers on here. I did so many things. I was supposed to mail friends, and sorry friends that I didn't do that. Hoping to do that more in February. I think like, oh yeah, what's the other big goal that I didn't do? Make a YouTube video. So here we are. This is my attempt at trying to finish one of my final goals that I couldn't really justify. Like I could justify not doing the other goals, like reading another book or going for a run. Like I just like knew that those didn't really fully align. But I do know that I want to make YouTube videos. I know that that goal felt really important to me, and I wrote it down so I can make it happen and make it real. And I find like when I write something down, I'm like, okay, I'm really good at like holding myself accountable like through writing. So I was disappointed in myself today when I was like, oh, you didn't even make YouTube videos, so you are a failure. But here I am sitting on my bedroom floor, literally like talking to a camera and telling you about all the things that I've done. So I hope you really enjoyed that little walkthrough of the January bingo. I highly recommend this practice of like writing down each month. I know people did like a year bingo, which probably really like is helpful in serving them. But for me, there's so many things I want to do each month that I find like that was a really good system. And I was so proud of myself, like going through the month of January, just like either knowing that I had hit those goals or like knew that I was going to hit them because I knew what I needed to do to hit them. So write it down. It'll help you remember. I'm really excited for February. I've got some exciting goals coming up, again, about saving money, learning some new skate park tricks, and actually skating on bigger ramps. I have a new gym goal, like a new lesson that my friend made for me. So I'm really excited to like use that lesson and get stronger arms. I'm going to be buff. I have a goal to use more Spanish. So that's really, really exciting. I'm going to start listening to more Spanish podcasts, trying to like build community where I live that is like more Spanish speaking so I can like keep using that language. What else? I'm going to keep up my goal of submitting to literary and photo magazines, just like keep up my creative writing practice. I want to make a zine. My goal in February is to make a zine, so that'll be really exciting. Maybe I'll make a video about it. That could be really cool. What else? I think that's like most of my goals for February. Well, definitely there's going to be more, but I'm excited about that. And if you're interested, yeah, stay along and see if I do this again in February and keep up this like positive energy and like forward momentum towards like, making my dreams come true. Okay, bye.